In this video, I will show you how to set up an email newsletter sign-up form on the Shopify Store using SumoMe and MailChimp. Before we get started, if you or someone you know is interested in trying out Shopify for a free 14-day trial, be sure to use the link in the video details below. This just helps support the channel so we continue to make great content. This video is the second video in a series of setting up an email subscription form. The first video, we set up an email list using a free MailChimp account. If you don't already have a MailChimp account set up, be sure to check out this video first. In this video, we will go over how to set up SumoMe to work with your Shopify store, and then link it to your MailChimp account. Sumo Free is a free service that handles email subscription forms, and is fairly easy to use and set up. So I've started out by going to SumoMe.com, and here's the little welcome page. I'm going to go ahead and click Sign Up. And here I'm going to put in information about my website, which is going to be boldrant.com. Okay, so we've signed up, and it's giving us this piece of code that we're going to need to copy and save, because we're going to have to actually put it within our code for the Shopify theme, which I'll show you how to do. So after copying that piece of code, I'm going to go into my Shopify account, which I've already logged into here. And I'm going to click on Online Store and then click on Themes. And this is the theme that I'm currently using. I'm going to click on this little button here, which will show me the option to edit HTML, which I'm going to click. Then we got to look for the theme.liquid, which is right here on mine. I'm going to click there. And you can see we have some code here. This is the code of the actual theme. And that piece of code that we copied from the SumoMe page, we're going to paste right underneath this head section. So I'm going to click down here, and I'm going to paste it. And once I pasted this, I'm going to click Save. So now, we'll click Visit Site back on the SumoMe page. And you'll notice there's a little pop-up here. This is going to be the control panel for the SumoMe app. So I'm going to click on this little crown, and this little pop-up shows. Here we're going to go ahead and close this. It's just a tutorial, but I'm going to say in the lesson. You can watch it if you want. So now what we need to do is set up the actual pop-up. So we click on the Sumo store, and this pops up. This is just showing the SumoMe Pro option. We're not going to worry about that. We're just going to scroll down here to the free section. So we're going to use the welcome mat as the pop-up choice for the email subscription. These are all different types of email subscription forms that SumoMe provides. But this one's actually pretty effective, so that's the one we're going to set up. So I'm going to click on welcome mat, and then I'm going to click on free. And you can see it's now installed. So I'm going to click open. And I'm just going to click here, continue with the Sumo free. And now we have this little control panel for the welcome mat application, which we'll configure now. So the first thing we need to do is look at the design. This shows you what it's actually going to say when the pop-up shows up. You can type in whatever you want. I'm just going to say, sign up for special deals. I'm just going to leave this other section as is, but you can make that whatever you want. Just be sure that you click Save down here in the bottom, so any changes you make are saved. Now what we need to do is go down to the Services section. And this is going to be how you connect that pop-up form to your email list. So we're going to select MailChimp, since that's what we're using. And then we're going to click Connect. Here I'm just going to put in the username and password I set up in the last video. And now you can see that it's been connected to MailChimp. Now we need to select the mail list that it'll push these subscriptions to. So I'm just going to select the newsletter list that I set up earlier, and then I'm going to click Save. And finally, the last thing I'm going to set up in this video is the behavior. Here you can select the frequency, how often the pop-up shows. Right now it's set to always, but if you want to limit it to, wait so many minutes before it shows again, or hours or days, so you don't annoy your customers that are returning over and over, you can set that to whatever you want. You can, say wait a minute, wait an hour, wait a day. I'm just going to leave it to always. I just wanted you to see that so you can adjust that as desired. And then I'm going to click Save. So one thing you need to do is actually enable the application. So I'm actually going to go back into here, and this little slider is what turns the application on and off. So now that it's green, I've switched it on. This pop-up should work when we visit the site. So let's take a look. I'm actually going to open up a new tab. And there it is. And here you can sign up for the email. So I'm just going to put in my email address and click Submit. And now it's been subscribed. So now I'm going to go to my email, and I have my confirmation that I signed up. And this is how a customer, how it'll appear for a customer as well. So I'm going to say yes, subscribe me to the list. And now it says I've been confirmed. And that's how you set up an email subscription form on your Shopify store using SumoMe and MailChimp. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for other great e-commerce videos.